What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video where today we're going to be taking at a deck that I didn't really think I would ever be taking a look at, and that is a Steelix Wailord Walls deck. Really interesting list that Sander Warchik, I believe I'm saying that last name correctly, I apologize if I'm not, but Sander got top 8 at the recent European Regional Championships this past weekend with this deck, and it's very, like I said, very interesting. Revolves around these big stage 1 Pokemon with a high number of HP and just taking hits and milling your opponent out. That's the goal of the game, and so we're going to see if we can grab a win or two in today's video. I'm almost certainly going to make some mistakes along the way. I'm not very familiar with these type of decks. I have played them from time to time. I don't really personally enjoy playing them, but we're going to cover it, and we're going to see if we can come away with a win. And this deck really revolves around this Steelix here. We got a 3-3 line, 190 HP, Stage 1 Metal-type Pokemon. And that's really the main thing, is the 190 HP. Nothing is going to take this thing down in one hit. There's not that much fire in the current format. There's a little bit of that Reshiram deck going around, but nothing too crazy, I don't think. And with Metal Frying Pan, we can reduce damage. We can even take away weakness against things like that Reshiram deck if that was to potentially come up. I'm not quite sure it would, but anyway, that's what we're talking about, I guess. And yeah, so there's the 3-3 line, and I apologize for the mismatched arts there. There's a couple mismatched arts as we go down the rest of the list. I had to work with what I had access to for this video, but we've got a 2-1 Wailord line, Wailord with 220 HP. We've also got one copy of Bodybuilding Dumbbells to boost us up to 260 HP. That is a lot of HP. We're going to take hits, and we're going to absorb them. We're going to heal them off with Max Potions and Acerolas, things like that. I've got a 1-1 split of Wailmers in here because that's what Sander played. I'm not sure that there's any real reason to play the split other than just to do it because why not, but that's what we got. We've also got one copy of Articuno-GX to give us a GX attack option. Legendary Ascent, of course, a useful ability. When we put it onto the bench, we can just move it to the active and move any water energy from our other Pokemon to it. And then Cold Crush GX, discard all energy from both active Pokemon, so we can discard, all the energy off of a big threat, right? Something in our opponent's active that could, take a couple of knockouts or something like that, something that gets too much energy stacked up on it. We've also got 2 copies of Hoopa here with Scoundrel Guard, so that we can prevent all effects of attacks done to it by EX and GX Pokemon, so a wall against specific decks. We've got a Tapu Lele. This is a nice answer to, it's not really as much an answer to Rayquaza because we don't play Choice Band, but it's more used for that magical swap. We do play counter energy in the deck, so we can use magical swap to maneuver our opponent's damage in play. We do play Shrine of Punishment, so we can stack up the damage and then use Magical Swap to try to win the game in that way. And then one copy of Resource Management Oranguru. Put 3 cards from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck in any order, so we can get back any of those disruption cards if we need to. And there's the Pokemon lineup. We'll look at the rest of the deck here. We've got kind of some random stuff in here. I'm not really sure all the counts, like the reasonings behind all of them, but we've got like 1 Acro Bike, 1 Brooklet Hill, Rescue Stretcher, but everything has a place, right? There's a reason you need everything. We've got 1 Looker, which I think is a really cool inclusion to get those 3 cards you put on the bottom with Oranguru the previous turn, so that's pretty cool. Of course, 3 Lusamine in order to get back any Stadium and Supporter from the discard pile so we can get that chain of Lusamines going. We got 4 copies of Steven's Resolve. I do apologize for the mismatched arts here. I would play 4 of one art, but this is literally the only 4 Steven's Resolve I own, so that's what we're working with. We've got 1 Gladion in case anything like important is prized. Cynthia's so we can just get some draw going. Acerola to heal our Pokemon, and speaking of healing, of course, 4 Max Potion as well. We've got 3 Crushing Hammer, or 3 Enhanced Hammer, 2 Crushing Hammer, just to remove our opponent's energy. Plumeria is going to be the main way we do that, though. Discarding 2 cards from our hand, and then we can infinitely use Plumeria with Lusamine, so we can always be getting rid of our opponent's energy. Guzma and Counter Catcher is our ways to bring Pokemon to the active. We've got Nest Balls and Brooklet Hill in order to get our Pokemon into play. And then we've also got Shrine of Punishment, which is going to be key against all the GX decks in order to just tick away a bunch of damage every single turn, and then maybe get that win condition of Magical Swap going if we need it. We've got, you know, Tate and Liza here. We've got Team Skull Grunt, 1 Bodybuilding Dumbbells, the 2 Frying Pans, 1 Counter, and 1 Rainbow. You can play all these like one-off cards because we do have the 4 Steven's Resolve. That's kind of our draw engine, is that we're gonna, you know, use Steven's Resolve to get whatever we want out of the deck. Then we can Lusamine for Stevens and then do it again the next turn. So we got to plan a lot of turns ahead. Yeah, really interesting deck, and we'll see. We'll see if we can make something happen, guys. No promises. We're gonna try our hardest, though. And let's hop in and try to grab a game with Steelix Walls. I apologize to whoever my opponent is. These are not the type of decks that are fun to play against. And we'll just have to see what we go up against. Things I want to avoid are things that can recover energy, like it looks like we're going up against a Dragon, Metal, and Psychic deck, so probably Ultra Necrozma Malamar, if I had to guess. Things I definitely want to avoid are Malamar decks, like what we might be going up against here. Wouldn't mind avoiding Metagross. This actually could be a Metagross deck. That would actually make sense. Metagross, Ultra Necrozma. Okay, so that's definitely something I would have liked to have avoided. That seems pretty tough, because he just gets his energy back every single turn. Maybe we can, like, try to strain something active. This is not looking promising, though. We don't, like, ever die, though, which is good. So we'll see what we can do. We might have to win by just using Shrine of Punishments to eventually knock things out. Yep, looks like it is going to be Metagross. So we can utilize Counter Catcher to try to strain a Metagross active, maybe. We got turn 1 Stevens, which is great. We can just set ourselves up. Our energy removal cards are not going to be that important. It's more so going to be our healing cards, it seems, in this matchup. We get another Cynthia, that's fine. Oh, and he plays Dialga. Interesting. Okay, so we'll go ahead and Brooklet Hill right away. Get one of our Wailmers out. Oh, we can actually get Onix. I didn't even think about that. Wow. Man, Dialga. He's playing the Dragon type one, though. I'm not too sure about that. I feel like you should be playing the Metal type. So we'll go get Wailmer. We've got Stevens for an Onix, a Stevens, and a Steelix, probably. We've got an Acerola, we've got a Max Potion, so we'll just go get Onix, Steelix. We should likely be able to use Brooklet Hill next turn, though, so we'll just get Steelix. Hoopa seems pretty good. I'm just kind of like winging my way through this one, guys, honestly, so we'll have to kind of see what happens. And we'll take another Stevens to chain that together. I'm not sure if it's right to really chain Stevens like this early on. Might be better to save them for later on, but we can always like get them back though with Lusamine. That's the thing. My opponent can definitely just go for Overclock. That is an option. Alright, so he plays Solgaleo as well, because we see the Cosmoem hit the discard. So he's got like all kinds of things in his deck. Oh, maybe he doesn't play Ultra Necrozma. Maybe it's just the Dialga is the Dragon type. Okay, that would make sense. He does have a Duskmane as well. He may not have much that hits Hoopa besides Matang. And that is not a great answer, honestly. So we'll just do this. And we will Stevens again. And this time we'll get Lusamine instead of Stevens, I guess. We'll get Metal Frying Pan, sure. Lusamine, we did prize a Lusamine. It's important to know your prizes in these type of decks as well. What else do we need? We've got Acerola. I guess we just maybe want to like stack Acerolas. Stack our healing cards. Once we get one Acerola down, that's fine. I guess we want a Max Potion so we can use Lusamine on a following turn. Maybe could have gotten even a second Lusamine, just gone ahead and started to get that chain going. I just don't know how to play this deck. We're going to see if we can stumble our way through this game, though. I think we're doing fine so far. So there goes Solgaleo Prism Star. Okay, so he does have a way to hit Hoopa, but it's just one way. If we can get him to put 4 energies on this, that's pretty good, I guess. He's going to stretcher back the Cosmoem. Interesting. I guess you don't really need stretcher for anything else. We could like try to build up damage with Shrine and then magical swap over to this. Cynthia. Just another attachment. Choice band, that's just pretty irrelevant, so he's just going to go ahead and throw them down. I think he knows that they're not really relevant. Yeah, and it's tough because like we're not ever going to be able to like strand anything because he has the Solgaleo, but he's kind of benched a lot of unnecessary stuff, honestly. Oh, I didn't evolve this last turn. Really no reason not to have. That's a mistake. Oops. We'll go ahead and throw this down. No reason to really get anything else, I guess. I guess we should have gotten the other Steelix as well last turn, but we'll just go Lusamine for double Stevens. We could have even Gladion to that turn. We know there's a Lusamine prize, which we might want, but we need to kind of figure out the rest of our prizes. Oh, do we have the Oranguru? I need to check that. Oranguru, Rescue Stretcher, and both energies are kind of important, because I think we might get to a point where we need to magical swap to like knock this out, and then we need to Oranguru to put the guy back, maybe. I'm not sure. Olivia, interesting. So he's going to get 2 GX Pokemon. Going to get a Lele and a Metagross. So he can knock us out. He can go Timeless into Shred. Wait, no. Timeless would do 120. Yeah, that would be enough. So he's just going to Shred. Oh, should that hit through this? I guess it is an effect, but Shred just hit through the Frying Pan, which I wasn't really expecting. Go ahead and Acerola. We'll send this up for now. Because he has to retreat or do something, like he can't touch this. He can only attack with this. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, like if Shred is supposed to be able to hit through this. I thought there was like a ruling in the past where like Shred didn't hit through like weakness policy, but I could be remembering it wrong. I'm not sure. Okay, so Choice Band, Ultra Ball. So he got a Metagross but didn't put it in play with the Olivia. Maybe he just didn't draw Rare Candy. He plays 2 Olivia, interesting. We see him Ultra Ball for the Matang and just going to Overclock, draw his hand back up. Can't really do anything else right now. So that's good to draw is the Lusamine. We'll go Stevens. Not really a reason to get the other Steelix right now, I guess. We'll get Acerola. I guess we can go ahead and get Shrine. We've got the other Lusamine. Skull Grunt's not really going to do too much for us. I guess we can just stack the rest of our healing. Sure. I mean, he probably doesn't play any hand disruption, like at all. Alright, so there is a Metagross. There's a Beldum. Another energy attachment. And yeah, I think Shrine is just going to eventually whittle away at our opponent completely. I'm going to retreat, and then Radiant Star. Yeah, I'm fine with him attacking with this, I guess. Oh, he does still need to hit one more energy off this Cynthia. Maybe should have waited to retreat. No reason really to do it yet. Yeah, he's just gonna Radiant Star. Or did he already attach? He might have attached, so I guess it's fine. Let's see where he puts the rest of the energy. Or it's just one more? Okay, so he's gonna put it on Duskmane. I'm not too sure about that. So we'll do Shrine. Do this. I guess we'll get the other Hoopa. Seems pretty good. We could have gotten Plumeria to like start getting rid of stuff. We would have needed to have Plumeria plus Crushing Hammers and hit a heads, and then him not to hit an energy. So I think it's fine. We'll lose a Hoopa, and we can go get Crushing Hammer. I guess we prized a Crushing Hammer. We prized Guzma too, didn't we? Yeah, we prized Guzma, so that's worth noting. We do have the Counter Catcher. Do we have Counter Energy? We do. Probably need that. I want to have the option to be able to just send up Lele and use the magical swap at some point. We'll lose the Hoopa here, of course, but I'm fine with him attacking with this because it has to take a turn off every single turn. Choice Band to the Beldum. Maybe could have gotten a second Plumeria so we could go Hammer, Plumeria. Well, we do have another turn, I guess. We'll send up Steelix here. This is the only thing that can KO Steelix. I guess we need this, actually. 220. Yeah, we need this thing. And we need the dumbbells, so I should have gotten that as well. I'm just not thinking this totally through, guys. It's going to be 3 turns before we can use Stevens, so we'll just send this up for now. We can Counter Catcher something for a turn. Counter Catcher, Plumeria, Crushing Hammer, all options. We could also just Counter Catcher this, and then yeah, I don't like. I kind of like just going Counter Catcher, then Lusamine. Okay, this is fine for Lusamine and Stevens. I guess I should have gotten the full art Stevens, but whatever. Could have put down Wailmer, I guess. But if he goes Guzma Knockout, Wailord with Meteor Tempest, then we don't really need the those things anymore. Okay, so he's going to Guzma. Probably just take out Hoopa. Yeah. Which is fine. So next turn he can retreat and then Geotech to knock out the Steelix, but we can Plumeria away one of these energy to prevent that, or Crushing Hammer it. We actually need to Crushing Hammer it, I think, because we want a Stevens this turn. So we might lose Steelix here. We can go Stevens. Should have had the dumbbells already, but wasn't really thinking it through. So he can now retreat and knock us out with the Duskmane, but if he does that... Oh, we could have gotten Counter Catcher, I guess. We know Guzma's prized. I actually am not sure if the other Counter Catcher was in there. So he'll get this knockout, and then he has to discard 3 energies, and then this is kind of stuck. So it's like, it's fine. We'll lose a Steelix. You don't mind giving up 5 prizes. Like, you're totally fine giving up 5 prizes. Just don't want to give up 6. Of course. Ooh, he plays Field Blower. That's big. So that's good to know now. And he already used it, so now we can go dumbbells, and then this takes a hit. Oh, he's going to go ahead and stack energy. That's smart. Okay, so he needs just a Metagross or energy plus Geotech next turn to do it again. But we have, luckily, this. I think we should go get Shrine. Lusamine for Shrine. We could also just Plumeria for a turn. Away Cynthia Gladion, probably. Honestly, Articuno and Cynthia is probably better. Plumeria, bop this. But then if he gets energy plus Metagross... This gives us it gives us like a turn regardless. I think we should just go ahead and Lusamine to get more damage in play. We gotta go Lusamine for Lusamine and Stadium. Gotta do this. Okay. So there's the Metagross, so he does have the back-to-back attacks. He's going to stack another energy. Okay, so he had it even if he didn't have the Metagross. But we can just kind of heal this for a little bit. Yep, more damage. That's great. We can go Max Potion. We'll actually go ahead and Plumeria. I don't think we'll want Articuno at this point. So that was our first Max Potion this deep into the game. Cynthia. Man, these games are so long and grindy. So I'll draw 6. Looking for an energy card, I guess. Field Blower. That's okay, so he plays a second Field Blower. Man, 2 Field Blower. So we now need to find our other Stadium, or we can Lusamine for this one. Man, if he drew energy as well and just drew like everything here, we might lose. Okay, he didn't draw another energy, so that's good. Next turn, he just Meteor Tempests this. So we don't really need to worry about healing it. We could put down Lele and get that ready to do something. We could Magical Swap this turn, even. How much damage we got? 8, 160... 250, 260 damage in play, so we can knock out a Metagross. That doesn't really do anything. Like, we need more damage. I think we're just going to go Lusamine. Max Potion. It's not really great use of Max Potion here. I think we're going to lose the Wailord. I mean, like I said, Max Potion doesn't do anything. I think we need to try to win by maybe trying to Magical Swap something, make something happen there. There's another Metagross. There's Max Potion. Okay. That's not good. I forgot that this deck, of course, plays 4 Max Potion, most likely. Yeah, we've already seen 2 hit the discard pile as well. Yeah, this just seems like a tough matchup with all the healing and the energy recovery. We maybe could have tried to go for a play where we, like, stuck something active for a little longer. I kind of messed that up, though, as being an option. And then he, of course, can always, like, Guzma out of it. So I guess we will send up Wailmer. We need to Guzma this. We know we have Guzma in the prizes. I actually am not sure if Counter Catcher's in the prizes. I meant to check that. If Counter Catcher's in the prizes, this could be really good. No, Enhanced Hammer. But we do want Guzma next turn. Pass. And he'll take a knockout on Wailmer. 110, 220. I don't think we're going to have enough damage to take even 2 knockouts. He is already down 2 Guzmas. I'm sure he plays more than 2, though. Maybe not, though. If he fit in Duskmane plus Dialga and Olivia's. Okay, so 220, or 240, I should say. 240. 360 damage to play with. So we can put this at 180, 180, knockout, knockout. Then he just triple geotechs and wins. We need to like, he didn't just like, we need to like Guzma something and him not geotech to it to win. So we definitely need to put this down. Or we need to take away a geotech. I think this is like our only play. So we can magical swap. So I think we need to take out of Metagross for sure. I should have brought this one up. That was a mistake. Because now I'm going to have to click way more. We definitely have to take out a Metagross. Because then we just lose to triple geotech attack. Yeah, I definitely could have like played this better, but it also just seems like really hard of a matchup. So we need to take this out. Put it at 240. And then we'll put, let's see. I don't think we'll have enough to like really knock anything else out or anything, but we can put something in range to maybe where it gets knocked out coming back, something like that. We definitely have to take this out. And we have 120 left to play with, it looks like. Yeah, 120 left to play with. I mean, I guess we could just leave it all right here, so that way he doesn't, like, if he max potions, he has to discard all his energy. Do we want to put it anywhere else? I don't think so. So take it 2 prizes at least. So if he has Guzma, he just wins. If he has an energy, he just wins. Giving us the view that was close, so I'm pretty sure he's got it. We could have played better, but it definitely just seems tough. I know I already said that, but yeah, Guzma. One more Geotech will do it. Yeah, I had the energy anyway, so it didn't matter. And, yep, that's all she wrote for that one. We'll grab one more. Dang, that was a 30-minute game one. Wow, what a fun, riveting video to watch, guys. Hope you're enjoying. If you are, definitely leave a like down below. Helps me out a ton. Lets me know you're enjoying the videos. Man, and I'm sure I just butchered that game real bad as well. But we'll try to make some adjustments and think things through a little more in this next one. If we can find an opponent, no one else out here really wants to play against Steelix Walls, I think, so we're going up against Azul. I bet he's streaming, so... Is this Azul? I don't think Azul had, like, a custom... What's it called? I don't think he has 2 hyphens in his name, but he might. We'll give him the "you have a good deck" just so he knows. Just so he knows he has a good deck. We'll click done. Okay. So I didn't see his types. I don't really know what he's playing. I guess we just start Onix with the option to. He's going to see what deck we're playing, and he's going to be like, what is this? We start... Oh my gosh. Can I just concede this now? I feel like this is a bad matchup. The guy who who got top 8 with this deck said that this was a good matchup for him. I don't know how it is. He just, like, always gets all his energy back. If he plays intelligently, which I'm sure he will with his escape boards, like, we're never going to be able to trap anything active. Just seems like an uphill battle. We'll try our best. Oh boy. So, Mysterious Treasure, he's going to take note of all his prizes, which you have to do against these, like, mill stall decks. You gotta make sure you know everything you have access to or don't have access to. So he gets a 3rd Inkay. Yeah, that's like all he needs is Inkays, really. Here comes Acro Bike. Discards a Malamar, so that must have been another good card that he had to keep. Psychic to the active and a Cynthia. And with no Stevens in hand, no Steelix, like, we're just kind of stuck, going a little slow here. I mean, like, Steelix is resistant to Psychic, which is good. Oh, he's playing the spread deck. Yikes. So we don't get that win condition of Shrine of Punishments in this game. Not much going on over here, boys. Gonna just get rid of Shrine, Ultra Ball. Here comes a Malamar. Let loose, I'll take it. So he had that response to a Stevens, even if we had it. And we get a Stevens in this hand, so we'll take that. Oh, the double Coco. Like, he's just gonna flying flip forever. If he gets, like, 2 Coco and 2 Malamar, I don't know that we can win. And he hadn't even played a supporter, like, ugh. Yo, we can Rage, though? That could be good, actually. Take, like, 1 knockout on a Coco. Should we try to Rage him? we could... I mean, we have to let something die if we're going to use Rage. I guess we just have to Stevens. We prized Guzma again. Steelix Frying Pan Steelix. He probably doesn't play Field Blower. We shouldn't have ever put the other thing down. I guess we just need to get another, this thing, another Stevens. Just chain them together. Yeah, Frying Pan's good against Flying Flip, okay. Okay. I'll take it. Yep, just Flying Flip. We're gonna put down a Frying Pan, and Azul's gonna totally change how he has to play this game. I don't get the one Acro Bike. Because it prevents the Flying Flip on the bench as well. So, what can he do? Malamar, like, he filled his bench up. Yes! I think he just, like, totally forgot Frying Pan was a card. Okay, we got the win we wanted in the video. So we'll take it. I guess Azul, like, I mean, I think ideally you probably do set up Coco, but you also want Shining Lugia in place so you have something that can do more damage. Because once Frying Pan comes down, Coco, like, can't do anything to Steelix's, so... We got a win. We'll end it there. We'll take it. Yeah, it's a cool deck. Congrats to Sander on doing well. I definitely think whenever these decks do well, it's definitely really interesting to see what you know, what they look like. And yeah, thanks to him for sharing his list. Definitely leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe to see more Pokemon TCG videos. And that'll do it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.